Well, good evening, and welcome back to the Witch Elf, the most spiky of all of the fashion models in Warhammer. I think she's the only one in fairness, but, you know. Hope everybody's well. Hope you've all had a nice Tuesday. Nearly to Wednesday, or hump day as some people call it. Mill server is busy. Okay. We have 10 Genesis crests now, so it's time to get our next piece. Now we have our two-piece bonus already because we have the cloak and this bit. So can I go for that, or that? I'm thinking of going for that because of the parry. I can't move them around like that. That's annoying. So we get a 36 melee power and 24 initiative, or 14 strength, 3% parry. Gonna go for that one.
And one coin goes to the raven.
And I'll replace that one because I'm more interested in keeping my morale generation. Oh, I do like AP. So I'll replace that for that. Yeah, I'll leave it like that. So this is also helping us. It's reducing our chance to be parried, which is good. 292 on the work rest front. We need considerably more than that, I think, for our first piece of Victorious. Is this the one we're getting? Yeah. So 456 is the cheapest piece, which is the belt. This cloak is the reason why I want to get the other piece, because we're obviously going to be replacing the Genesis cloak. Like, there's not a huge amount of difference between Oppressor and Victorious when you look at it. I wonder, would I be better just skipping it? Because at the minute I have this, which is the equivalent of Sentinel. I could go to Bastion Stairs to get Bloodlord. No, I don't know what Bloodlord's like. I'm gonna guess it's not brilliant. Can we get our meal yet? No. Let's see actually while we're down this way. What is Bloodlord like? Because I didn't realize that Oppressor and Victorious were so close stat-wise. I think this is the Bloodlord guy, right?
Raven God calls.
Is
Your
he?
destiny awaits.
No.
Good hunting. The gods have tasked.
Zone. Sentinel. It's thingy, isn't it? Bastion Stairs. There's a scroll for Bastion Stairs, if I'm not mistaken. We'll try the scroll. Hey, Anonymous. Nice things, bud. Hopefully you're having a nice day, dude. Now, normally I wouldn't be too worried, but
What can I do
the
for
Witch
you?
Elf seems to gain crests really slowly. So it has me more open to the idea.
A very good choice.
Let's see. Or maybe you're just getting renowned faster. I don't know. I don't feel as if I am. I know my Witch Hunter level's faster than my Archmage. Like, I mean, you could very well be right, but it doesn't feel like she's leveling faster than the Blackguard. Like, the Blackguard felt that he was pretty quick in the leveling stakes. Bloodlord, 66 initiative, 73 strength, on hit, 5% chance to increase critical hit rate, 5% disrupt, 5% only crit, on being attacked, 10% chance to increase. In fairness, that's not bad.
For the Raven God. Ultimate to blood and glory. Go, prove yourself. Here's what I need you to do. Till battle we pass.
What is it?
If you want to equip, you can deal 5% more damage, but your toughness and armor are just... It's slow as a dagger. Wait, are they all exactly the same? No, ever so slightly different. These two are exactly the same. That one's different. These have more melee power, that's got more strength. What a weird...
Good looting.
What a weird way to do it.
Carry more wealth. Change your goods for gold. Use it well.
Your destiny awaits.
2% armor penetration. 2 AP.
Strange
Too many
are the
quests.
ways of the Raven God.
Okay. Well, I want to keep that one. Keep that. Don't care about that. Or that. Or that.
Here's what I need you to do. Empire men think us blasphemers. To them I say, who is winning?
Strength wins, initiative, parry, and dodge. Would be a drop in damage, but a boost in defense. Fairly similar.
Return victorious.
Not hugely worried about a stalwart soulstone, but while there,
Honor the bird god.
why not?
The Raven god calls. Be
I think these are all just generic quests, yeah. Interesting. That could be something. Everybody seems to be in Calidor. Let's go to Calidor. Because I'm just thinking that might be worthwhile, because that'll give me my Invader Ward. Which basically then frees me up to go straight for Sovereign. And the game's crashed, because of course it has. So, if I start saving now, that would get me there in time. Would also get me a dagger, which could come in handy. It's not as good as my RVR dagger, but it'll have better DPS. Well, slightly better DPS than my Fortress one. But it would have the addition of the proc, or not the proc, the damage boost. Oh, I wonder if I can get my meal now. Maybe that's what was holding me back.
Speak up.
Nope. Mailbox is broke. Drinker armor. And our strength. Our potion of acclaim. Let's go. Have a look down here. Probably get jumped by witch elves? Witch hunters. The giant chopper charging along on a boar kinda ruins my stealth approach. We're probably going to get zerged as well. Or not. Sign up for some scenarios. I was totally not paying attention there. Probably should have just went straight on for the Shadow Warrior.
Do you come in truce?
No. Only joking, I do. Yeah, the mailbox really is busted. Maybe it's just that's what all these people are standing in the war camp doing. They're all there to fix the mailbox. Brave souls to the last. The mailbox repairman. I never like this keep. No matter which side you're on, it always feels like you're in danger. Speaking of which... that was all down to the Dark Elf Foreman. He did all the damage. Tell you what, he hits you for a decent amount. There's a witch hunter here. Hello. I get the sneaky suspicion he's there with his mate. Speaking of which... Oh, it's the White Lion again. One of Great Limit, I'm gonna say that White Lion didn't like being killed. Because he seemed to be making a beeline for us there, and then it was like, nope, too many people. And it just held back. I think it was the witch hunter was like going, oh, we can take them. What have we got? 2 rune priests and a warrior priest. I wonder is that the same Arwen who was the archmage when I was leveling up my Zulip? I always remember an archmage called Arwen. Never seen it again after tier 1. It was basically the holy fire of tier 1. Constantly bouncing around the place like an Energizer bunny. Come on. Timed that terribly. Why did he get out of his thing so quickly? Somebody must have hit him. Probably is he has many alts. Probably then. It's just funny, it's one of those names that just stick out. Like the Chopper. El Choppy. Wonder what ever became of him. I wonder if he became like a fancy chosen. I'm not being smart about this. You really need to dot up tanks that are super defensive like this. It's quite often leading warbands on his Slayer. Oh, okay. That's the funny thing about it. I just have him pictured in my head constantly as an Archmage anytime I hear his name. Good punt, sir. Every time I go to use that ability, I get knocked back. He's a tough old thing. Zerging against solo order is all you can do. Yes. Tosh is messaging me. From an alt. An alt that, strangely, he hasn't called after me. Which is strange. Oh look, the dwarf can move. He did seem very static. No. I refuse to surrender. There's 2 for 2. 2 kills being a stationary dwarf. Hey, I was quick enough to get in and get some rhyme. Bye, Zerger. Oh, that's Dayware. I'm not going to attack Dayware. Imagine playing the most broken classes in the game and still having to Zerg. I know. They do, but he's already fighting Shami. Faction of cards always running away alone, attacking only a Zerg. Now, this is where my mindset changes, because he's getting backup from Utka.
lands where I can see them.
Should have prioritized the Witch Hunter. Imagine being staggered and dodging the NG 3 times in a row. No, I was staggered and he loaded me up with dots. Dots don't break stagger. No, I've tried it on my Magus. You can do a full rotation of Gleam Magic, Pandemonium, and Baleful Transmogrification, and then they come out of stagger. It's the same that they don't dismount people. They don't count as a direct source of damage. Well, sometimes they do. The game is bug-free after all. Very true, it is. No bugs in this game whatsoever. Everything functions exactly as it should all the time. Don't think those white lions realized how many people were here. It's probably why I keep seeing chamois trying to dismount me with dots. They think it works, but then sometimes it just bugs out. Yeah. To be honest, I've seen so many classes try and do it with dots. It's just... It's somewhat ridiculous. Although the Archmages seem to have learnt, because it's just laser beam. As soon as they get within range, laser beam. And then you're dismounted, and then you're dotted to high heaven. He's seen me stealth. How many potions do you want? Oh, it's because there's a Magus as well. Yeah, but if the beam doesn't dismount you, the Archmage has 0 abilities left that he can dismount you. they not get the thing like the chamois where the more healing abilities used, the something in theirs becomes like almost an instant cast or a very quick cast, something like that? Or is that a chamois only thing? They have the same passive, but you just used a beam. Chamois has a tactic for a bunch of wow. Okay. I think my chamois only 30? High 20s? Something like that. So I'm not hugely familiar. And I've never played an Archmage. A very tank-heavy order. And the Slayer. Showa. It's a very shiny chosen. Doubles cooldown, which is why they keep it for execute. Ah, okay. I really need to play my chamois more. That mad rush really paid off for them. Mechanics sounds good, but in reality it's pretty useless. Okay. Ah, it's the white lion. Just weren't getting through their heels there. Most classes run like hell when the dot starts, so it's best to get as many on as possible. I was convinced he was gonna taunt me there, you know? Is this the same guy from earlier who's just standing around? Is that not an Armbreaker's job, standing around? Yeah, but it's weird, like, he doesn't seem to attack. He just seems to stand there. Again, I don't know how an Armbreaker plays. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's how they build grudges, they just stand there. But if it was me in the Blackguard, I'd be hitting him. I'd be doing something, at least. I wouldn't just stand still and pivot. Wouldn't say that your Blackguard can hit either. I tell you what, my Blackguard does alright in the hitting sticks. I've had enough people run away from him when they've got to the oh shit moment of I'm taking a lot of damage and I'm not doing much. Death by 1,000 slaps. They do something, they mutter and grumble under their breath. That's true. Very dwarven. Oh, here he is. I'll put that on him since he's not going to run anywhere. Alright, what I'm doing to him here is I've got my, well, it doesn't really matter now because the game's over. I was going to try it out with the AP drain kiss on. Because again, I don't know how it works, because as far as I understand from an Ironbreaker perspective, they never want to use their grudge. They just want to hold it. Whereas the Blackguard's more of a take it, use it kind of thing. Oh, there's a ram. Wonder if that was designed to try and get Order to turtle up so that they could hold more BOs. Typical white lion, always trying to run away. Death has come for you. Oh, the city's going to go under attack. Oh, here comes the White Lion from the scenario. I can tell because he's on a stag mount. Well, that being melted. Yeah. I get this thing, like, the only thing I can think of is those ones that run away and leave their pet are the ones that are spec'd purely for the pet. So they run away because they literally have nothing else to their class. Again, I don't know how a White Lion works. It's the only thing that makes sense in my head. But he was doing the classic thing. He had engaged the blackguard, he had snared him to keep him in place, and then he just left the pet dealing with him while he ran away. And if the blackguard tried to kill the pet, he'd probably just tear in and hit him a few times to switch his focus and then run away again. Or kite him indefinitely until he can resummon his pet. Correct, is a valid tactic. Okay. I got archmaged.
Cain's blessing.
I wonder if the mailbox is fixed. No. I want my stuff. Avuntus is pretty tanky. He tends to let his lion do the work. I don't know. He seemed okay there. It was just that he had an archmage dotting me to high heaven. Hey, it's Rav. One of the few times I've actually moused over a purpley blue chosen and then gone, oh, it actually is Rav. It's usually I mouse over it, it's like somebody else, like, oh, it's not Rav. It's not, oh, it's a witch elf. Come back, little archmage. Res is for you. He's waiting for a res. No, he's not. I see you. That's that. I was just saying, Raph. It's like it's one of the few times I've moused over a purpley blue chosen that has actually turned out to be you. I just normally do it to somebody else. I'm like, no, it's not Raph. Tosh was on earlier playing on a something. I don't know if he's still here or not. He's got a Destro character of some kind. What was the name? Kahares. It's a very untoshy name. Actually want to see what it was now. It's a Magus. He's finally done it. I knew I'd win him over. He only said he didn't like the idea of having the fanciest of hats. I'm like that movie. I am everywhere all at once. I like to think of you, Rav, in your chosen form as that movie Unbreakable. Have we got incoming or something? No. Toss was Jean's chopper there too. Ah, nice. He's got a Magus now. Elven skill will be your demise. I agree. Look at my skill clicking that button. Fwah. Look at my complete lack of AP. I wonder what I should get out of the bag, if I get one. Because I don't need Genesis crests anymore. I don't think. Because I can't... Because I could get another piece of Genesis jewelry and then I'd have the weapon skill. Don't know. Not sure what to do. Oh, that was quick. Oh, I got a purple loot bag. Oh, we're nearly at Pip 2 as well. So, is the Witch Elf the next Dark Elf 80 character incoming? I don't know. It's weird because her and the Magus are pretty much the next two, like, highest level ones. So she's now, what's that, 66 coming 67. The Magus is like 65 or 66. So the two of them, they're the two most likely. But I enjoy playing the Zealot every now and again. I enjoy playing the Marauder. I think it's going to come down to whichever one goes on like a run, like the Blackguard and the Witch Elf did, because that was the whole thing that made me focus in. It was the Thunder Valley weekend time frame.
Perhaps we can aid each other. I have
He made, like, I think it was 6 or 7 levels in the space of like 2 days. And she wasn't far behind. They both went from like high 40s to like low 60 in the space of a couple of weeks. And I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to focus in on the Blackguard and go for it. So I'm kind of waiting for that kind of thing to happen. She's creeping up quite quickly towards 70. But she just doesn't feel like she needs the progression, if that makes sense. Got gold, I won. Nice, dude. Tasty, tasty war crests for you. Like, because that's the thing, I started the stream, I was like looking at it, like the oppressor gear that I have at the minute, like the stat difference isn't huge between it and Victorious. But like, Victorious is going to cost me thousands of crests to get. And I'm not gaining them at any sort of speed. Like, I'm only at 330 now, and I think I started the night at like 200 and something. 258, I want to say. Something like that. So, I'm in two minds. I'm very tempted with her just to wait and see if I can get a go at Bastion Stairs to get her Invader word from there, and then just focus her crests purely on Sovereign. And oh, somebody was toasting me. Ah, crap. Where's Coffee Mix? There's Little Demons. I'll always have a drink with Little Demons. That's going to make Coffee Mix feel even worse that I haven't had a drink with him. I'm sorry, Coffee Mix, I didn't see it until late. Don't think badly of me. Thank you for the toast. Oh my god, he's still here somewhere. He just... Where is Coffee Mix? Am I blind? Everybody's probably yelling out. I see him. How can you not? Where on earth? I'm sorry, Coffee Mix. I can't see you anywhere. Nope, that doesn't work. I always thought slash target in someone's name allowed you to target them. Oh well. What was I saying? So yeah, I was just tempted to go to Bastion Stair and get my invader ward from there. And then that way I can save what little crests I have and put them towards Sovereign, which is going to be what I need. Black Crag, I suppose. I think that in the July patch, which will have Twitch drops, it may come with 2 times XP renown, so maybe a chance to get some levels. Oh, okay. I didn't know they were doing Twitch drops. If it's anything like the last one that they did, I should be able to get some gold. That's how I started front-loading gold onto my order tunes. I just sent them from the Twitch drop stuff. And then I made a Shadow Warrior and just chose the gold from the weekly renown thing. And I was like, this is quite easy just doing it this way. I'm going to take the War Crests, I think. Or do I want the Genesis Crests? It's a rumor. I heard it from people in the community. Ah, okay. I'll go for the crests. Little demons won me over. I run defensive and offensive Genesis on my white lion. It gives a nice boost to wounds. I'd be tempted just to get the extra one there to get the weapon skill. Because I don't think I'm going to dump a huge amount of strength by dropping that Pain Link of the Fist. The only thing that worries me is I'd be losing the 1 AP per second, but at the same point, it's 1 AP. So, is 1 AP really going to make that big of a difference? I don't think it will. I don't think it will. But I had that thought of doing 2 of the defensive ones, but the problem with it is I have my Invader Life Shard in there to get the strength boost from the 2-piece of Invader. So I don't really want to lose it, is the only thing. This has to be my favorite BO for this character. It was even better when I had Kumas. Yeah, White Lion goes straight from Vanquisher to Sovereign, so easy choice for me. See, that's what I'm thinking for the Witch Elf. Because, like, the difference in like the gear didn't really seem much. It was like 1% extra parry, 20 extra armor. Like the other stats all seemed pretty much identical. Like there was very, very little in it. And I was looking at it, I was going, this is going to cost me like 2,000 war crests, give or take. It's just not going to be worth it. Ah, Tosh is here.
Hail Cain!
He's give up on his Magus. Oh, crikey. This is what I get for being nice and not paying attention. The only thing with it is, like, I haven't done Bastion Stairs since live. And it was a lot, it was like very early on in live. It was back pre us doing Lost Veil. So all I can remember is it's the same end boss from Bloodrot Enclave. And I can't remember any other part of it. I'm at 1,350 crests, need 1461 for my Sovereign Shoulders and chosen last piece with some regen on it. Ah, nice, dude. Is that the off Sovereign Shoulders? Because if it's anything like the Blackguard one, like the Blackguard's like standard Sovereign set has weird stats on it for a defensive set. Like the set bonuses are good, but the actual stats in the armor are strange. That's why I mixed it with Warlord, because Warlord seemed to have stats that were defensive, but then set bonuses that were offensive. Yeah, offset. I'm running two-handed solo, so will be my third sovereign offset piece. Ah, nice, dude. Hopefully you'll be able to get it soon. Refresh my potions. Well, hello there. I'll lose 71 strength from Victorious, but gain 80 wounds from Sovereign, so just need to rearrange some talismans to be set to go. Yeah, I always find that's the hardest part, is trying to juggle the set bonuses that you want. Part of me really wishes gear in this game was like the way SWTOR had it. where there was no stats in any of the pieces, and you just plugged in the bits that you wanted. And then your set bonuses were tied to the specific type of gear it was. I just like that extra little bit of tweaking. Like, you'll never get it in this game because it's too big of an overhaul to the way, like, gear works, but it was a nice thing. That was actually something weird I seen today. Is apparently BioWare's handing off SWTOR to some third-party company. I can't remember their name. It's like Broadsword or something like that. So it's still going to be published by EA. And apparently most of the team who still work on it, so about 3 people, are all going with it to the new company, but this new company is apparently going to be running it going forward. So I don't know whether that means curtains for BioWare as a entity or eventual curtains for SWTOR. Yeah, I liked SWTOR. Like, my biggest problem with SWTOR was the PvP that it had was basically the PvP that this game was originally going to have before the beta testers got Mythic to change their mind. And it always bugged me so much because, like, the mistakes that they made for this game was basically the mistakes that they made for it. It's amazing I died down there so easily. And up there it wasn't doing hardly anything to me. No open world PvP RVR, yeah, Ilum was a fail. Ilum was such a big letdown for me because I was really looking forward to it, and when my Sith Assassin got to that point and I went to Ilum, I went straight out into the PvP lake and there was nobody there and there was nothing in it. And the disappointing part of it was, like, I was playing on a PvP server, and the only bit of open world PvP I'd had was in Tatooine, where I'd come across a Jedi Knight trying to gank Luby's doing a quest, and that was it. Everything else was in scenarios. And then I remember, like, really farming heavily to get, I forget what it was. You had to get like the PvP rank up to a certain amount, but you had to get, it was like a token or something to get the gear sets. And like the weirdest thing with it was, like, the as soon as I was getting ready to get the gear, they were taking it out. And like, that was the thing that really bugged me, because I was like working really hard to get I forget what it was even. It was like Battle Masters or something like that. It was called Battle Master gear, and it was like really unique gear set. Like for the Sith Inquisitor, basically it was called clown armor, because everybody used to affectionately call it clown armor from the trailer. And I had literally managed to get most of it, bar I think it was the belt or something like that. It was like a really random piece of, maybe it was the gloves or the boots. And then they took it out and you couldn't get it anymore. And I was like, what was the point? You had all of these like armorings and mods and enhancements that came with it that were then like PvP rank locked that you could otherwise trade around, but you could only use it if you were a certain level. And like all of that just fell by the wayside. You couldn't use any of it anymore. Argyle basically quit due to Ilum. I was a Jedi Shadow. It's just, it was such a missed opportunity because, like, if that game had had even like a basic thing where Ilum was like this game's tier 4 for say the Empire pairing in one large lake, like that would have been on its own something that would have kept people playing. And then you'd probably seen them go, okay, well, there's now a new battlefront on this new planet, and you know, you can fight there and that kind of thing. But instead, they just went, nah, we're not going to do that anymore. Here, let's play more Hutball. Yay, everyone likes Hutball. Hated Hutball. Frog dogs and rotworms. Rah, 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 rah. Who cares? Nobody. Nobody likes it. I got some huge battles in on Ilum, but it died quickly as it was simply back and forth. Yeah, with no sort of nothing to fight over and no objective or anything like that, it would have just been a Zergy mess. And I'm fairly sure SWTOR at the start had the same CC issue that this game had. I'm nearly convinced. In the sense that you could just basically get stun locked into oblivion. Hutball was farmed by Sork and Juggernaut pairs with pushes and pulls. Honestly, I hated Hutball. Like, I used to cringe every time I got Hutball, and I would always get Hutball when I was in a bad mood, and it would just make me rage quit. And I just really didn't like it. I just wanted to play a scenario where it was team deathmatch, or capture the flag, or something like that. Or not even capture the flag, King of the Hill, sorry. Is what I'm looking for. And it just annoyed me. Because the amount of people who would like pick up the ball and then run off towards the enemy and lose it, or pick up the ball and kill themselves, or not know what to do with it. You just like, just pass it. Like, stop being a glory hog. Just pass the ball. So annoying. My favorite scenario is the one where you took the scooters down to the surface. Was the winter planet scenario? Oh, the one where you had to get control of the gun turrets to shoot the capital ships. Best leveling I ever had in an MMO. Story was amazing, but endgame RVR was almost non-existent. Yeah, the class stories were amazing. I still go back to it every now and again and play them just through the vanilla game because they're just so good. Like I really do love them. I don't think they have another healer, do they? Oh, they do have another healer. I rude. Oh, what killed me? I got killed by a guard, I think. Hey, 6.5. Getting points for objectives like capping a friendly circle would pull you back, so they got it first. Infuriating. Yeah. Had that a few times as well. Yeah, the gun turret one. Yeah. I quite liked it myself. Nearly got me. Oh, he's got a healer. I didn't see all of them. Oops.
Why ain't you fighting?
'Cause I'm dying. Ha 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 ha. In your face, Gabbo. We're doing our RVR week. Ooh, we're nearly at the second one. I remember at the time though, like whenever they were doing like the class introductions, everybody freaked out over the smuggler and imperial agent because they could stealth and heal, and everybody was complaining that it was going to be too overpowered. I always love it whenever things like that would happen in the games. Because it was the same with this. This game had the same problems whenever they were announcing that, like, everybody freaked out about the Magus because they wouldn't have to pay for a mount and they could fight better on water. Because, you know, that's the thing that happens in Age of Reckoning all the time. What was the other one that people used to complain about before it came out? I think it was Jedi having access to force speed to get around the place quicker. Or something about Jedi. I'm nearly convinced it was that. There was a third one, and he escaped. I knew not where he went. Jedi Marauder, the dual wield one, was a bit OP at launch. My friend played that and never lost a duel. Oh, what were they called? There was the Jedi Knight Guardian was the tank. Jedi Knight Vanguard? Swoot or Jedi Knight subclass? Let's see what this brings us back. Sentinel. Jedi Sentinel. That's what it was. See, I always liked the Sith Marauder, which was the dual wielding one for the dark side, but I'm like an old-fashioned Star Wars person, and I like just having one lightsaber as opposed to two. And I really wish you could have just played it as, you know, just a single lightsaber instead of two. and that always put me off. Like I think I've got one now, but yeah, it's just one of those weird things. It's like it's the same with anything. It's like I get so many weird quirks with characters. Ah, there's Tosh. Hello, Tosh. And he's also in chat. Sup, Zerger? Zerging, I see. Don't go in. I went in, Tosh. I went in deep. Played a Jedi Shadow with the staff, and I played off-tank spec. It was damn fun. Yeah, my Sith Assassin, I played for a bit as a tank. Um, and then the thing that was, I loved the Inquisitor storyline so much. I had like 3 assassins and I think 2 sorks, and each one of them was spec'd differently and looked different, but effectively just the same class. And I really enjoyed it. Like, it was the one thing with that game I never got bored leveling a character because the story was just so engrossing. Even though you knew what was coming, like every time you did it, you were just like, yeah, this is really cool. How's your day going? Ah, not too bad, bud. It's nearly middle of the week. Getting there. At least it's not as warm anymore. But Witch Elf's been fun, I have to say. How's your day going, bud? I had a look when I finished work, but you weren't on streaming, so I watched a little bit of Oric playing as Witch Elf. Managed to catch him the other day as well. He's been like playing around with specs and stuff. It's always fun to watch someone who knows what they're doing with the class play it. Pretty boring. Saw zero reason to stream. Ah, you should have streamed Total War Warhammer 3. Callie was open, so said nope. Done in by the NPCs. Friday I'll probably stream The Last of Us.
Wanna know what I think?
Oh, is that the PlayStation game? It's like an action... Is it an action-adventure game or it's an action RPG or something like that? People always rave about it. I've never played it. This weekend is my wife's birthday, so we're going on a small trip to a beach area. Ah, okay. Hopefully she'll have a nice birthday. Released on PC a couple of months ago. Ah, probably trying to cash in on the TV show. We may play this Saturday again if all can. Think Toth can. Cool. I was actually thinking about that there at the weekend. It's like, it feels like must be about 3 weeks to a month since we last played. And I don't think I've actually played Total War in the interim since then because it's been so warm. Total War 3, I'm kind of stuck. Don't know what to do. Killed all the greenskins, but the other factions just destroy me, so think I need to start a new campaign. Um, every faction's got its own unique thing, which is probably what's stumping you, because the units that you're probably using to fight the greenskins probably aren't as effective against the other races. So there's a degree of swapping up how you fight and what you use to fight. And again, like I'm not someone to listen to in terms of general strategy and stuff, but dwarves off the top of my head are heavily armored and slow moving. So against like fast moving, hard hitting stuff, you can't treat it the same way as like orcs or vice versa, sort of thing. Um, so that could well be the reasoning behind it, but like I just enjoy starting a campaign and playing it through for the first like 30, 40 turns and then starting again. Right. Uh, let's go see what we can find. I play it basically every day. I played it 30 minutes ago. Well, Rav, you know, the first step to admitting that you have a problem is to admit it. I kind of ruined that saying because I don't think it's that at all. I think it's the first step to solving an issue is admitting you have one. But it's the sentiment that counts. Greenskins and Scave and even Tomb Kings or Zerg factions throws a lot of numbers at you, but not always elite units. Yeah. It's a lot like this game. It's like you can't fight a witch hunter the same way you'd fight an Ironbreaker, the same way you'd fight a bright wizard. It's a constantly evolving fight. It's the thing I always loved in Stellaris was you'd build up your technology and your fleets and everything, and you go out, you'd be kicking ass, and then all of a sudden you'd come up against someone who, you know, was hyper immune to lasers, and you had no counter to their nuclear missiles and stuff. I was like, I'm gonna have to respec things. This Marauder, I think, is about to get attacked. No? Oh, I didn't realize there was two of the buggers. Three of the buggers. Ah. Get yourself a doom stack, don't run a lone army. No, what you need to do is you need to get yourself a little entourage of Chaos Lords and have them follow your main army around. Works wonders. My army has been decimated 3 times now. I just reload and try again, but I just get beaten down. So something I'm not getting or doing right for sure. Um, well, a lot of times it'll come down to like composition, or potentially you're just getting outnumbered. Um, like there's a lot of different ways you can like cheese battles that you're gonna get beaten in. Um, whereby you're like crowding out the reinforcements, or you're taking out their main force before the reinforcements can get there, or you're just kiting them around. Um, I've never played dwarves, so I don't know how they do things like that, but um, whenever it comes to army compositions, like if you have like I normally play Slanesh, so Slanesh don't have a lot of armor, so archers and things like that are very strong against them. So if I come up against an army that's got a lot of archers, I'm kind of in a lot of trouble because I'm not going to be able to close the gap and fight them in melee before they completely obliterate me. So I have to try and kite them around and run them over with chariots or my lord. Whereas something that comes at me with, like, say, a lot of foot soldiers, I just box them in and kill them. Oh, I know I have a problem, and soon the next downloadable content is on the horizon, so it gets worse. Yeah. I'm just hoping for Engram Van Horseman. I'm a full Engram Van Horseman fanboy. I love me a big Chaos Magus on a 2-headed Chaos Dragon. If he comes along, I will be happy as a clam. He's the only one I can think of. Well, the only other one would be Elcold Hellbrass. I'm not sure if he's already in the game or not. You are dead. Tasty order nom noms. Changeling and Blue Scribes are potential as well, but think they both more heroes than lords. Well, yeah. They're also probably more recent than Engram is. Like, Engram hasn't been in the rule set, I don't think, for a very long time, which goes against them. Elcold Hellbrass will be the melee Zinch hero, though. That kind of given, because Zinch don't have any other melee fighters. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how they do him, whether they'll do him based on his old mini, or whether they'll do him like he's modelled in this game. I'm kind of hoping they go for the old mini style, because that was just iconic, but I get the sneaky suspicion they're probably going to try and update it. It's the one thing I'm always annoyed about is the Games Workshop never created a model that was based on the Magus um, Sentinel look in Age of Reckoning, which is the Invader look, I think, in Roar. Is this Return to Reckoning? It is. And you can download it for free at returnofreckoning.com and jump in and play. Knew I should have let them get further away. And yeah, he's a chaos hero that spreads flowers and life magic wherever he walks. It's kind of funny.
You're bigger than I am.
That's actually so. I want to go and see because I have it in the head. I know where he is in Inevitable City. He's down near the Asylum. He's not in this Asylum. He's in like one of the wee side bits. Off the top of my head. Oh, the Inevitable City's under attack. I forgot about that. Damn it. Ruining my fun order. Get out of our city. This is the armor here I'm talking about, by the way. I always wanted Games Workshop to make a model based on this.
Haven't you got fighting to do?
What you after? Good riddance.
Engram is the closest we get to a Magus Lord, though granted we have the generic Chaos Sorcerers and Total War 3. Yeah. I'm trying to even think, because like, Zinch is very underrepresented when it comes to even models. Like, Zinch was never a very trendy faction. So the only others that I can think of would be lifting it from this game, and this game's not canon. No, there's nothing to stop them obviously taking names and stuff like that, but if I could jump worth a damn. Nope. Where's he getting heals from? Back in Rune Priests. Die! The end of my life is healers following every fucking orderling around. Everywhere you go. Oh, there's somebody. No, they've got 4 healers with them. Angram will be close, though, of course, on a dragon. Was my faction when all my friends loved Corn and Nurgle. Zinch's lore is so good, unique like the Spinal of Warhammer. Yeah. Zinch is always like the nefarious one. It was always the one that had the best sort of plot lines because of that. But the problem with it is like Korn always appealed to the stabby, why hit people with a hammer folks. Slanesh, for obvious reasons, and then Nurgle people seem to always gravitate to just because it was disgusting. So Zinch always kind of got left out in the cold. And like even when Games Workshop made things like the horrors, discs, the Lord of Change, like all of those things never really got updates. They always stayed very static. Whereas all the other factions were like constantly getting updates. Slanesh actually suffered a lot in the same way because like Slanesh has been ignored by Games Workshop for years. It's only really recently with the Hedonites and Age of Sigmar that they've really seen any kind of love, for want of a better word. Flamers and now Doom Knights are really cool. Are Doom Knights the chosen on discs? Or are they Mirror Knights? I can never remember the name. I've used them in my village campaign, and they were really strong. Have a look, see what we're fighting. 2 Rune Priests, 2 Archmages. Launched. Ah, oh, too far. I thought I'd timed that perfectly. If only I could actually hit him in midair, it would have probably stopped me from flying too far. Maybe next time. Whoosh. Moided. I'm fully expecting them to flood this way in about 3 seconds. Maybe 3 seconds was a bit short. Right about now. Unfortunately, I can't do much about a DPS Archmage, a heal spec Rune Priest, and an Engineer. You just can't do anything to them. Freedom! That's my biggest problem is coming up against Rune Priests. I just can't get through their defenses and healing. Like that was even with the anti-heal kiss thing active. And that's the thing, that was the one thing I always found whenever I was spec'd into Witchbrew. Black Lotus Blade plus that and Witchbrew on top of it would get you close with a healer. Like, I still struggled at the time. Obviously, my gear and stuff wasn't as good back then, but it got you closer because it was like taking their healing out of the equation a good bit. But I just don't have an answer for those Rune Priests at all. Even like a tanky warrior priest is a real struggle. The only one that I ever find that I have a chance with is an archmage. And even then, it's usually the DPS archmages. Wherever you go, everybody's got a healer. Ooh, look at them all. They'll almost be preparing to log out in the keep. I thought they're just hugging it for emotional support. It's their emotional support keep. Hey, Tosh. Yeah, you need to focus on healers down more than one hitting the same target. Rarely happens in Discordant. Yeah. Anytime it happens in Discordant, it's usually happened by accident. More often than not, what you find Discordant, everybody wants to focus on a separate tank. That is bad timing for me that he has decided to come up here. Even worse timing that he's coming towards me. Because I am about to pop out of stealth. Tried to guard you in that scenario, but I think it's hard to guard a witch elf because you've. Yeah. To be honest, I do the same thing in the witch elf that I do on pretty much every other character, which is I just push through their front line and go for their healers. It's very rare you ever find anybody else does the same thing. Because again, most people in scenario want to sit and hammer away at a tank. The amount of times that you'll find a group of Destro hammering away at an Ironbreaker who has 4 healers just constantly healing them. It's crazy. And witch elves are so good at just slipping off and going and doing something else. When I'm on my blackguard, I very rarely ever guard them. Unless they're standing right beside me hitting something. Because usually there's no point, because they're going to be committing and then leaving combat and coming back or going somewhere else or doing whatever it happens to be. I can hear someone fighting. Oh yeah. That's why I could hear fighting. That Night of the Blazing Sun was too close to that Rune Priest, otherwise I'd have given it a go. I'm always surprised they never did it with the pets, that they acted as like stealth breakers. Whereas like the white lion could sort of see through the stealth. Because like you would think that a lion would be able to detect someone who's just trying to hide. And then you could have balanced it out, the squid could have done the same thing. And if you really wanted to, you could have had like the Magus demons and the what do you call them? The engineer turrets have some sort of similar mechanic. If you come within X feet of them, it breaks the stealth. Dragon Wake Siege. See how serious. Is there? Oh, yeah. I'm surprised they've gone for Dragon Wake. I thought it would have come for Black Crag. Maybe there's too many order in Black Crag. What are we up against? 2 archmages and a rune priest. It's the weirdest thing. Order always of healers. Healers for days. Every time I come across an order scenario where they don't have healers, I'm astonished. And one of the few times I've seen it was whenever I was playing my Witch Hunter. That there was no healers. I was like, typical. The one time I'd benefit from it. Oh. Somehow I managed to open my bag. Oh, order's doubling back. Too many bloody healers. No. Need to get the points back because we're not beating these guys in a one-on-one fight. I forgot the city was going. That must have been a long-running one. A magnet engineer. Something you don't see every day. Dester's all milling around over there. Are you coming for them? He is not. Every time they get a healer. And I launch myself into a wall. I have no idea how I got that stealth off. I must have parried that guy just at the last. We're on Trigger. Trigger? We are on Inner and Dragger Week now. That's going quickly, in fairness. Yeah. I haven't even been drinking. Can't get my words out. Well, lol, not even remotely close. I find this scenario okay, but it's a lot of running between flags. Yeah, I don't like it at all. Like, I know people say it's exactly the same as Pyramid of Cetra, but I think Pyramid of Cetra is a better designed scenario. This scenario forces you to run away from the other side. Or at least encourages you to run away from the other side. I just don't like it. I was on the fence with it when it first came into rotation, but I just don't like it. Don't like it at all. Oh, crikey, I'm not even paying attention to where I'm going. I like the vampire scenario, even though it has NPC elements. I like it. I like it more than this. It wouldn't be my favorite scenario. But yeah, I'd like it more than this. There's not that many scenarios I would say that I genuinely like. Yeah. I think the only good one that they added in after the fact was Reichland Factory. For the Blackguard and Night of the Blazing Sun event. Heavy metal. Reichland Hills, I don't like though. Factory is good. Yeah, I like Factory. Morkin Temple, Gates of Akron, Northern Watch, Lost Temple of Isha. They're all good fun, but I'm not a huge fan of any of the others personally. Let's go to Dragon Week. Doomfist Crater in the Lava Underground is good if you tank Punt Heaven. See, I don't like Doomfist Crater. It's one of those ones that I just don't like it at all. I don't like the mechanic. I don't like the way the lava works in it. I don't like the layout of it. If the lava in it worked the same way as it does in Thunder Valley, I'd like it a little bit more, but I still wouldn't like it as a scenario, if that makes sense. I prefer the take and hold objective scenarios. Like, I think Northern Watch has it just right. You've got 3 capture points, and they're well spaced out, and they're good areas to fight over. But all the different varying mechanics that all the different scenarios have, I'm just not a huge fan, personally. It's very similar, actually, to what I was saying about SWTOR earlier. It's like a lot of the scenarios in SWTOR I just didn't like because of the mechanic. Like, the level design and everything was generally pretty good, but I just didn't like the mechanic of it. If I'm coming to do a scenario, I want scenarios that are team deathmatch, take and hold, King of the Hill style stuff, and that kind of thing. I'm not hugely interested in, rotating capture points or take this and move it over there to do this other thing to unlock points for this. I just like the simple sort of first-person shooter multiplayer style match things more. Probably because that's the sort of games that I used to play. But it just overcomplicates things too much at times, I think. Let's see, do we have a warband? We'll join these guys, see if we can leak some around. I'm going to pop this and go in through the door and see if I can make it upstairs. And what do you know? What the hell was hitting me? Oh, there's an Archmage. Fuck. Didn't see the Archmage. Ho hum. Ho hum. Sometimes less is more with scenarios. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like,
Hello.
just get a decent map and then, you know, have a basic team deathmatch, have a capture and control point, whatever it happens to be. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. And that's the thing. It's like, there's so many of the scenarios in this, like, I really wish they would just give you, like, a team deathmatch kind of option for some of them, because, like, it would instantaneously turn something that's not a lot of fun into something that's actually fun. And let's face it, all the players want to do in this game at the minute anyway is kill each other, so, you know, it panders to the crowd and that side of things. Plus it gives them an opportunity to reuse content. You know, you just take out the control mechanic for a scenario and all of a sudden you have a team deathmatch scenario. And it'll probably be a lot more enjoyable than the Zerg Fest that OpenRVR turns into. Oh, we're here just in time for the push in. Did they do it? Oh, look at that. Well done, Destro. Still got collisions, so there's orderlings about somewhere, but I'm not picking up on tab. Out the back, maybe? Have to say, I'm genuinely impressed. I didn't think Destro had it in them. Numbers starting to tail off for orders, so they've given up on it already. Destro had numbers, but was skeptical as well. Yeah, when I seen them all stand outside, I was like, this is all the hallmarks of we don't want to push and get our armor dirty, but they did it. Lord reset. We've got... Oh, we've got an Archmage somewhere. Where... Where's the Archmage? I'm guessing dead, that's why all these ones are standing around. Oh. Thought we were going to have another reset in our hands there. Feel like I've been hitting this guy for 4 hours. There we go. Oh, you're getting some more gold for that capture keep quest, so that's something at least. Go and get one of these BOs and then that should lock us the zone. Hopefully get us to about 80%. I don't think we're going to get a huge tick for the zone. We haven't really done anything here. What's that? Bright Wizard. Nearly cocked that up. Actually cocked it up. Well done. Alright, small, I'm going to get my gold.
I have opportunities for you. You bore me. generous offer.
It's a generous offer.
The best spoils of war.
Right. Sell that. Sell that. Ooh. Send that to Sork. Nothing else to sell? No.
A fine deal.
No, didn't get anything for that. Renown wise. 306. Thought we would have got a bit more than that since we got 800 for the keep, but okay. I'm going to call it a night there, guys. We're 2.5 hours in, so gone over a little bit tonight, but sure, why not? Thank you all so much for coming along and watching. It's been great to have you all here. Great to have a chat. I'm going to have a wee look here and see if there's anybody streaming. I shall fire you over to the man, the myth, the legend himself. So yeah, I'm going to be back here tomorrow night, same bat time, same bat channel, and we'll hopefully get the Witch Elf up to the end of our RVR week and get some more stabbing done so we can get her up to 67. But in the meantime, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you all have a nice day tomorrow, and I'll hopefully see you back here again tomorrow night. But until then, take care, all the best, and see ya. Bye.